A long time ago, in a galaxy far away, two nerds set out to make a show. This is that show.
Hi guys, welcome to Nerdity. I'm Shawn, Superman Bender,
And I'm Kai, Lex Luthor Von Doom.
and today's show is going to be amazing. For the list of topics today, we have some really good ones. And to start, we're just going to start with the bang with who would win between Neo and John Wick.
I gotta say, it's obviously John Wick. John Wick is a trained assassin. Like, all he does is kill people. He's a living weapon. Neo is smarter and he can manipulate the source code of the Matrix. So, if they were in the Matrix universe, then obviously he could just bend the environment to his will. But in the real world, a one on one fight, it's got to be John Wick. No contest. He'd kill him with like a pencil or a Rice Krispie treat or something.
A Rice Krispie treat. I'd like to see him do that. He's going to kill him with the calories or what? No. No, I think
He could
he's
make
just going to stab him through the heart with the Rice Krispie treat. I like to
one
see that.
single Rice Krispie, just somehow kill him with it.
So you're giving him that much of an advantage, man. I can't give John Wick that much of an advantage against Neo. I've seen Neo beat up like 300 people, and I've only seen John Wick like at the most fight maybe 17 or like 12 people or something like. And he's using guns and stuff. I mean, he's disarming a lot of people and everything, but um, I've seen Neo do pretty similar stuff. I think it's down to where they fight at because obviously John Wick, if you take away John Wick's guns, then it's just his fighting skill. And then if it comes down to which, of course, if you shoot at Neo, he just pauses all the bullets. But so it's just down to his fighting skill at that point. Like I said, Neo has fights more people at a time than John Wick.
But
So
this is one on one though, and I think John Wick has more fighting skills than Neo does. Also, how many Migos songs are named after Neo? Zero. So there you go.
this is a bad example because the Migos have really bad songs. So
That's debatable.
I'd rather listen to a Drake song called Neo than a Migos
But
song called.
Drake also does not have any songs called Neo. How many songs are named after? How many bangers are named after Neo? Zero.
I'm sure I could find a couple of songs called The One or something like. Uh oh uh oh Logic, which is a terrible example. I'm sorry. I just let me recant that. Let me never say that I ever said that because Logic is horrible.
Nope, you already put it out there. You proved my point.
No, man, you got to give me one with Jaw. No, that's his best song. I'll give him that. Yeah, I'll stand behind it. I'll stand behind the one. Songs aside, I think Neo is taking John Wick to town, easily. I'm pretty sure it's not even a fair fight.
Easily? Come on. This is John Wick we're talking about.
He's like lower tier compared to like the super action stars.
No
Um,
way. No way. I refuse. You must have not seen the movies.
I've seen him, but the Equalizer, I'm pretty sure the Equalizer could fight John Wick.
No.
You don't think so?
Nope. It
That's our
might be a
next
more
topic.
fair fight than him and Neo if we're talking outside of the Matrix. But
The
no.
Equalizer got like 50 years of experience just beating people up.
Well, that's John Wick though. Like he's been beating up more skilled people than the Equalizer.
Well, the Equalizer does beat up like college kids and stuff, so I guess you got a point there, but um I would give it to the Equalizer. I mean, I would definitely give it to Neo, but Equalizer even probably has a chance. I think a lot of people have a chance against John Wick.
You've never seen the movies. John Wick will beat everybody's ass and still look flyer than everybody else. Like not even mess up his suit.
That's true, but his suit is too fly. That's gonna be a point against him. I'm just trying to make a point here.
Come on, you
I don't
can't
have
take
no
the
type of
away
case
from him.
because I do think John Wick would rock Neo. I'm pretty sure. But for the purposes of a discussion, I think Neo would beat John Wick.
Okay, I'm gonna say John Wick will beat Neo 5 minutes or less
Okay,
if it's
let's
outside of the
let's
Matrix.
say that. I say it would take him at least 10. because Neo is intelligent.
What's intelligence gonna do if someone already beat your ass before you have time to think of a plan?
I mean, he might not even see him. He might not ever get the chance. He might just sniper cap him somewhere or something. I don't know. I think Neo could pull
John
it
Wick
off.
deals with snipers all the time. He's not a rookie. So anything that Neo would come up with, John Wick has already experienced.
Okay. So we're definitely probably in agreement that John Wick would beat Neo. But it depends, of course. If it was in the right circumstance, outside of the Matrix, John Wick is beating Neo, but inside of the Matrix, Neo is beating John Wick. So it's not fair, but because either way, outside John Wick is really beating Neo, and inside Neo is really beating John Wick.
Yeah.
All right. So then let's move on to the next topic. This next topic says, how would you use the force in your day to day? And I think that's interesting, and I'm ready to hear what you have to say on that one.
I feel like most people would say typical stuff like, oh, I'd use the force to just grab a beer out of the fridge or something like that. But I would use the force to do my hair. I have a lot of hair, it's super thick, my arms get tired. I just use the force to get that comb and that detangler through this freaking forest on top of my head.
I'd use the force to get stuff out of the oven because that's one of my least favorite things is when I put some brownies in there and then I go to pull them out. It's like, no, you with the force, you just pull it on out. Yeah, that's what I use the force for. Um, I think that I'd have to make some money, so I'd probably do construction or something, and then they'd be like, "Go dig a trench," and I'm like, "All right," and just lift the dirt up. That'd be a good way to go. Rob banks. I'd
Rob
just stand
Bait.
outside, and the gun would walk in and it'd put notes down. Be like, "Give me the money or else," and then they'd look at it and be like, "Who's doing this?" They'd be so scared, but I'd have the force, so I'd be safe. I might mess with police back. I might talk all my smack to them when they're pulling me over for no reason. I'll be like, "Hey, listen,
No, I don't think I would do that.
you
But I
have
would
the force
definitely
though."
still they have guns.
So the force isn't stronger than systematic racism.
No, it's not. I might force choke him one time though, and then be like, "How could you prove that was me? I didn't touch you."
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what my mindset was right there. Like, I'd just be chilling in my car. He'd be like, "Sir, can you step out of the car?" I'm just chilling. Like, uh, can you get your hands off the wall? Like, yeah, that'd be fun. I would love to have that ability. Man, I would never get a ticket.
No, you still would. You start force choking one, they call backup, and now your car looks like Swiss cheese. That's a
I
gamble.
have the force, man. I'll put a shield over my car. Do you think that Neo could be the force user in the Matrix?
Yeah, for sure. In the Matrix,
Yeah,
he
like
can manipulate his environment.
that's true because it's source codes. It's not like a magical ability. Yeah, you're right. I was just wondering. So the force would be very fun. That's the point of that segment. The force would be very very fun to have in your day to day. Um, yeah, there's so many uses for it. But okay. So next up on the list of topics, we have who do you think is the most powerful fictional baby?
I don't know about most powerful, but I have to say the first one that comes to mind is Jack Jack from The Incredibles.
Jack
Like,
Jack?
yeah, he has super strength. He had what is like he has fire. He could probably beat all the rest of the Incredibles. He could beat anyone in his own universe. I don't know about beating people from other series and other universes, but Jack Jack could definitely beat everyone from his own universe.
Are all the superhero babies in that universe supposed to be superpowered like that, or is that just like he's uniquely gifted?
I don't think his siblings had powers when they were babies.
I think the most powerful fictional baby has got to be Baby Yoda. I mean Grogu. Grogu. Yeah, I think he's the most powerful fictional baby. If not, like Stewie, because of how intelligent he is and how much technology he can build. I would say Baby Yoda because he stopped that big rhino thing. So like he's like calculated, whereas Jack Jack is just like random. So he wouldn't controlled like burst shoot somebody on purpose. So if they were like if all the babies were to fight, I think Stewie could come out on top because he's like
You think Stewie could beat Grogu and Jack Jack?
yeah, I think he could figure out a way. Not even in a troll state. I do think that Stewie could figure it out. I've seen him do some pretty incredible stuff. He invented time travel, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't think Stewie's even a contender.
And then Maggie, you got to give her props. She always be coming out on top. I think she'd be written to do some pretty crazy stuff.
I think Maggie could beat Stewie.
You think Maggie could beat
Yeah.
Stewie? You're not a big Stewie fan, are you?
He's smart. I don't think he's powerful.
I don't know. I think so. I think he got some points to him. But no, Grogu, I don't know. Grogu would he's like still a baby. He acts like a baby, whereas Stewie doesn't. So that's the only reason I think Stewie would come out on top because he's like the most conscious one. Like he got the
but
most.
Grogu does know how to defend himself. He's defended himself and the Mandalorian. So if Stewie attacked him, his instinct would take over and he would be able to protect himself. And I think he would be able to overpower Stewie.
Okay.
Same with Jack Jack. He also thinks like a baby, but he still knows how to defend himself and his family.
Yeah, that's true. If he was under attack, I think that once somebody was, say, Grogu force choked him or something, I think he would think, I'm in danger. I need to get out of this and just shoot him with lasers or something. So I think Jack Jack is a good bet for most powerful fictional baby. I think he has the most powers, but if he's like the strongest or the one that would survive the most, I'm not necessarily sure. I think Stewie's written pretty intelligently, but he doesn't have. I mean, it'd be like seeing Rick in some situations. That's how I feel about Stewie. Like, I think that he's that level of intelligence.
You think Stewie is as smart as Rick?
No, I don't think he's a baby, so I think he'll grow up to be as smart as Rick. But I don't think like there's a baby that's as smart as the smartest human ever.
Yeah. I don't even know if I would say Stewie could beat Brian. Like, I don't know if he's that smart.
He's definitely the most powerful out of Family Guy. He could be pretty much everybody in Family Guy.
Yeah, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah. Grogu though, I don't know. So I guess for this, like I would say power levels, Grogu and Jack Jack are hand in hand. But then that scenario that I said earlier, I would have to give it to Jack Jack. Yeah, you came off the bat with a good one. Jack Jack's a pretty solid choice. But I think that there's a way that some of these other babies could beat him.
I definitely think Stewie could trick him into like a trap or something.
Yeah, that's a good question because remember the babysitter kept putting stuff on top of him and he was just like teleporting out of it and stuff. So
yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but I think Stewie might be able to if he had some prep time. I think with Stewie with prep time would win. I don't know how he would go against the Force with Grogu, but definitely I think with prep time he could beat every baby. Boss Baby's another intelligent baby, but I didn't see him do anything that powerful.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even put him in the discussion, but he's another powerful baby.
I think
But
Boss
yeah,
Baby might be pretty evenly matched with Stewie.
you think Stewie and Boss Baby are equal?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think Boss Baby is just as smart as Stewie is.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just with the fact that he's in a kid's show, he hasn't really had an opportunity to fight anyone or use his intelligence in that way. But I think if he had to, he could create weapons and things, or even outsmart Stewie.
I think that'd be a pretty good fair fight. I think Boss Baby looks like a stronger baby. So if they were to fight and they just got down to it and just started punching each other, I think Boss Baby would win. But if they started making plans and stuff, I think Stewie's just like very, very smart. And there's more source material for Stewie. So that's what gives me an idea that he would win is because I've seen more of Stewie. But not to say that if you had more source material that you wouldn't see Boss Baby pull out some traps and tricks and stuff like that. But the boss baby is basically going against his older brother at all times, not necessarily a very powerful person that's a little boy. Stewie like goes back in time and does stuff. So I don't know. And didn't Stewie was Darth Vader. So if that Darth Vader Stewie, that baby could beat these other babies.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but you might have a point with that one.
Yeah, came out on this one swinging. Speaking of Jack Jack, so if we give it to Jack Jack, you said that you think he's like the most powerful of the Incredibles. Who do you think would win between the Incredibles and the Fantastic Four? Let's say that they leave Jack Jack at home because Jack Jack is kind of overpowered.
Yeah.
So because they never I've never seen them bring Jack Jack to a fight. Anyways, he's a baby. So say the kids and the parents. So the four Incredibles versus the four Fantastic Four.
I would have
Who
to give it to the Fantastic Four. They go against villains like Galactus and Doctor Doom on a regular basis. So I think the Incredibles will be light work for them.
Incredibles beat Syndrome?
Syndrome's not on the same level as Doctor Doom, though.
You don't think so?
No.
He,
I mean,
he had a pretty elaborate plan and he built those robots.
No, I don't think Syndrome is close to Doctor Doom.
I think I would almost give it to the Incredibles because basically, what would the matchups be? I know Mr. Incredible versus Thing would have to be the matchup, and I think Mr. Incredible is just real strong. I mean, I've seen the Thing lift up a space shuttle, so I don't know. The Thing might be stronger, but Mr. Incredible is like it would be like what they're fighting for, and he'd be fighting for his kids versus the Thing fighting for these people who are like an adopted family. I think Mr. Incredible has a harder motivation to like not stop fighting until everybody's dead type stuff. So I think he would wipe him out. Mrs. Incredible versus Mr. Fantastic. Um, I mean, there's a point to be made.
Stronger. She might be stronger, but Mr. Fantastic is definitely more intelligent.
Yeah, he is. Is he more intelligent than Miss Incredible though? Because
For sure.
she did some pretty intelligent stuff.
Reed Richards was a scientist.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's not even a good point to make because yeah, he was a scientist. I think he's actually the one person who would differentiate the fight. I think he would make the fight go down pretty unfairly. But then again, Dash has super speed. What does the Fantastic Four have to answer for Dash?
Yeah, I don't think any of them have super speed.
Mm-mm. Oh, the Human Torch can fly at pretty fast speeds.
Yeah, but not as
And he
fast.
can fly. That's the other thing is he can fly, and I don't think none of the Incredibles can fly except Jack Jack, who we just said was left out of the fight. Yeah, because if Jack Jack was there, it's not even a fair fight. Jack Jack going to tear up everybody. But yeah, that Human Torch flight thing versus the other four Incredibles, I don't know. But Dash's super speed, I think it's a little bit fairer fight than it would appear at face value. And then who's left? Invisible Woman versus Violet.
I actually think Violet might have a chance, but I think Invisible Woman, just based off of the fact that she has access to more technology that like Reed Richards invented specifically for her, and she has more experience fighting than Violet does.
Yeah. I think that if they were the same age, it'd be a really even fight because they have pretty similar powers. But then and like you said, she has more technology, but then Violet has like energy blast things or like the energy stuff that she does. And so I think that they would be pretty evenly matched up there. I think it would come down to who got wore out faster. And because Violet is so much younger, I don't know if that would be a plus or a bonus because younger people have more energy, you know?
Yeah, well, I would say normally within the Fantastic Four is usually Mrs. Fantastic's. It's usually Sue Storm's job to kind of be the protector and you do the shields and kind of make sure everyone's safe. whereas Violet does do more hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think because Violet is younger, so she has more and like a more stamina basically. She's gonna be a little bit more flexible, a little bit faster probably. I would edge out Violet. I would edge Violet on that one versus Miss Invisible Woman. So she edges her. Dash is gonna edge Human Torch just because that super speed.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Flash
I
tears
don't
up a
think
lot of
so.
people.
But Dash is just fast. He's not as good of a fighter as the Human Torch.
Mm-hmm.
And the Human Torch is a lot more powerful. So I
Mm-hmm.
think the Human Torch is
If the Human Torch could catch Dash, but also it's been shown that there's a weakness of like Zoom or whatever, where they run in circles and take the oxygen away from the fire characters.
yeah.
So that's why I said I would edge Dash out on that one. But then the Thing versus Mr. Incredible, the Thing has the edge because he's a lot stronger. Although Mr. Incredible would be fighting a lot harder and more ferocious because of what he's protecting, but at the same time, he just is not going to be able to fight as ferociously as the Thing. The Thing is just a natural fighter, and they do fight gods and stuff, whereas the Incredibles fight Syndrome like a kid. And then Reed Richards, of course, like I said, he's like a determining factor. I'm gonna have to say the Fantastic Four is probably gonna win, like you said. It would be a pretty fair fight. Dash would sway one side because he would take out the Human Torch, but Mr. Incredible, Mr. Fantastic would do a whole lot of damage in battle plans and stuff like that, and give him the overall edge. Okay, that was good. I like that. What do you think are the coolest three lightsabers? Like, what's your favorites?
I would say obviously number one is Mace Windu because he has the purple lightsaber. I really like Ahsoka's lightsaber. And I want to say obviously Darth Vader's.
Darth Vader's more than Darth Maul's?
Yeah, I mean the double-ended lightsaber is cool, but I just think Vader's is
The way it
just
looks.
yeah, it's just
Yeah, and
bad.
that's how I feel about Mace's the gold, like the gold alloy inlays and stuff look
It's
so
gorgeous.
tight. And then it comes out purple. That's like the coolest lightsaber. When I went to Galaxy's Edge, they had all the lightsabers there that were like almost they look like movie props, like they look like the actual lightsabers. And the Mace Windu one looked sick. Like it was all nice and shiny and gold and like it looked really cool. But then I would say maybe that Inquisitor's lightsaber, the one with the handle and it's like a circle around it,
Mhm.
and it spins. I think that's cool. I think Kylo Ren's is sick, but I don't know if I'd put those. Kylo Ren's is really cool, where it has the cross hilt. That's a cool lightsaber. There's a lot of really sick lightsabers, but I do like Darth Vader's or Anakin's. I like Obi-Wan's a lot. I would say Mace Windu's, Darth Maul's, and Count Dooku's. That curved one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think those are my favorites. But if you were stuck in Star Wars, which one would you want? If you could,
Definitely Mace Windu's.
Mace Windu, say you could inherit the fighting style of them, you would want Mace Windu still?
Yeah, Mace Windu was pretty powerful. He has
Yeah,
a
he
good
is.
fighting style. But if in that case, I would want Darth Maul's.
Yeah, I think Darth Maul's. Or I would get Grievous's 4.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't have 4 arms to hold all of Grievous.
uh, use the Force. Okay. Yeah, that man, there's a lot of cool lightsabers now that I think about it.
In
Ray's is sick
Rebels,
too. Who?
yeah, in Star Wars Rebels, Ezra had the one with like the pistol at the
Mm-hmm.
end.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
cool too. Yeah, there's a lot of cool lightsabers. But so what is your favorite Sunday comic strip?
I would have to say my top two are Calvin and Hobbes, obviously. That's just like a
Yeah.
classic. And the Boondocks.
Okay. I like I think it's called Get Fuzzy with the cat and the dog. I like Pros Before Swine, and I like Calvin and Hobbes. Calvin and Hobbes is the go. I think everybody that gets this question has to say Calvin and Hobbes is like their favorite because there's like his art style. The guy who did Calvin and Hobbes, his art style is like untouchable. Other comic strip writers, when they draw certain stuff, they reference his drawings. The art is so beautifully done, and then the actual storylines are crazy. The mutant snowman, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calvin Hobbes is great. Um, what's probably like your least favorite? Like if you're looking at the Sunday comics, which one do you look at and you're like, ah, not this?
I always hate the ones that people always just have up in their office, like Dilbert and
Oh
what is
yeah,
it, Kathy? Those are like
Kathy.
such boomer choices.
I hate Kathy. It's so stupid. Um, have you read Zits?
No, what's that?
It's about a teenage boy.
No, I
It's
haven't
by the
read that.
people who made Baby Blues.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, those are both good. I guess Baby Blues I would have to put on that list too. Um, but yeah, um, I used to love comic strips. Did you used to just read the comics out the Sunday comics, or did you used to get the books?
No, I just read the Sunday comics, but I did work in a comic book store for a while. So when I was doing that, I would just read the books.
Okay. Yeah, I used to like the books. That's how I used to like and spend my time. Like I would save up and I would go buy them. And yeah, I used to love those Sunday comic books. Okay. So yeah, there's plenty of them and so many good storylines and everything. Next question we have here. Who is to you the hottest Star Wars woman?
Okay, it's a tie. It has to go between Mara Jade Skywalker, because gotta love the red hair,
Not canon,
and
but all right.
obviously Leia.
Leia.
Yeah.
Young Leia, right?
Young Leia, old Leia, all Leia. I love me some Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, she's so
Such a
pretty and
badass.
like
Don't even like
her
saying
soul was
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I like Ray. Ray's goaded. She's great. But Padme is so beautiful. Like just like her face and everything. Like she's just so beautiful.
Yeah,
Um,
she had the most elaborate outfits and makeup and hair. And
yeah,
she was just gorgeous.
yeah, she's so pretty. And she's gonna be playing Thor, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But I think my choice, even despite all the many choices that there are. Oh, that lady from what was her name? Lando's daughter?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's pretty. Oh, and then Rogue One, what's her name? Jin Urso.
Yeah.
She was gorgeous. But Ayla Sakura, the way she looks and everything is just like, man, that's so good. What about the guys? Who's the attractive person from the guys?
Obviously, I have to give it to Anakin
Yeah,
and
that's what
young
I was gonna say.
Obi-Wan.
Nah, but him or Childish Gambino,
Young
Lando.
Lando.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's a handsome dude, and his like vibes and like his personality, like he could be on the if John Legend could make 100 or the sexiest man alive, then Childish Gambino can make the sexiest man alive for sure. They're equal looks, but he's like way cooler.
You
Um,
think Childish Gambino is equal to John Legend? I think he looks way better than John Legend.
oh, I meant like he's not
Oh,
worse.
okay.
He's not worse. He's at least the same. Some people are probably gonna put John Legend, and their
Yeah.
name is gonna be Chrissy Teigen. But besides that, no, I do think he
Yeah.
looks better.
And I know Liam Neeson is problematic, but I gotta say Qui-Gon Jinn also.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a handsome dude. Poe Dameron.
Oh, Poe is gorgeous.
No, you know who though? You know who? Adult. Han Solo.
Yeah, of course.
He like ruggedly handsome. Like I don't think anybody's that handsome in the world. Like he just look incredible. He just be looking at you and it goes into your soul. Like, man, look at me more, man.
Well, that's how he was able to get the hottest woman, aka Leia.
Oh, true. Yeah, if he pulled Leia, he got to be the one.
That's a fact.
Oh, Billy D. Williams was a decent looking dude. That's why he had to be played by Childish Gambino. But
Mando is hot, but he always has the helmet on, so you forget.
is he hot
Yes,
without the helmet or with the helmet?
Pedro Pascal is fine.
Is he? I thought he
Yes,
looked like a frog or something.
a frog. That is a
Uh,
beautiful man. He has a great mustache.
okay. I did not know that. I was not aware. I didn't know that he was doing it in the looks department. That's funny. You know who? Kiara Mundi. No, I'm just playing. Handsome dude right there for his species. We don't know. He might be the most attractive person on this planet.
I don't know.
If you had to mess with one alien, which one would it be?
I don't know if I can answer that question.
There's so many. There's Darth Maul. There's Yoda. There's
Yoda is not an option. It probably would be Darth Maul though.
yeah, true. Darth Maul. Not for me. By the way, I'm just clarifying. For some people, I'm pretty sure Darth Maul would have to be the logical choice. But A-list Sakura, yeah, for sure. No. Uga or whatever her name is, the green dancer that was in Jabba's palace that fell into the pit first. Yeah, her. For sure. On the subject of Star Wars, what's your least favorite moment from the sequels?
Honestly, I know it had to happen, but Padme dying in childbirth was my least favorite. Oh, you said the sequels?
Yeah,
Oh,
sequels.
okay. Probably Kylo Ren having romantic feelings for Rey. I
Oh,
think,
that kiss.
yeah, that kind of ruined it for me.
I didn't think that was romance though. I thought that
Well,
was like brotherly, like I care about you, but not like in that way. That's how I read it.
I don't kiss any of my brothers. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what y'all do in Arizona.
That's not what I meant. I just meant like it was like family type, like
Yeah. Yeah, I
welcome
thought
to
they
the
were
family.
gonna
That's how Skywalkers are.
but once they kissed, it just completely ruined the whole perception I had of their like
That's
dynamic.
what I thought was gonna happen. Like when they kept seeing each other, to be like he'd be like changing, he'd be like, "What's up?" And then all of a sudden she'd appear. She'd be like, "Oh my god, Kylo Ren!" And like there was so many bad moments. I liked them overall. I liked them overall, but there was so many bad moments, like the Leia, the witch space thing when she was flying through space. That was horrible. Um, C-3PO's
Also, this is not necessarily a moment, but there was not enough Finn.
Finn.
Yeah, there should have been more Finn.
It's like the worst character though.
How is he
There
the
should
worst
have been
character?
there should have been no Finn. his acting was really bad.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it
There you
was. He
go,
was
you're racist again.
his acting was terrible. No, I
I
said
thought
that
y'all
Lando's daughter. I said Lando's daughter was amazing, and she was. She did a really good job. I even think Rose Tico did a decent job. She was really annoying, and her costuming made her look weird.
I
But
just
if she had different costuming, she would have been fine.
I feel like they were setting up Finn to be this important character, and then in the actual movies, he was just kind of sidelined and didn't do anything. I would have liked to have
Yeah,
seen more utilized.
maybe you're right. Maybe it wasn't that I didn't like his acting as much as I didn't like his writing. The way they wrote for him was weird. I don't think that they expected it to be a black person when they were writing it, or him, or like a British person, or I think everything about him wasn't what they were expecting. And so they wrote it differently, and then they had to stay writing it that way once they moved on to the next movies. That's how I feel, because the way he acted, what he had wasn't. He didn't make the best of what he had, I think. but I see him in other stuff and he's really good. It's just in there, I thought his acting was real trash. Not not because he's black or anything, just because it was bad.
I don't see anything wrong with his acting. I don't think he was given enough to do.
Yeah,
I just think
I
the
don't know.
character was completely sidelined.
Maybe if he had had a bigger role, I would have liked him more. I liked him in Rise of Skywalker, but yeah, that was about it. I didn't like how she kept healing stuff.
Yeah.
That was stupid. Not because you had never seen it before, but kind of because you had never seen it before because it just came out the blue and it didn't make sense how she learned it. I didn't like how she got so many powers that like say Anakin didn't have or Luke didn't have. She just randomly had all these crazy powers just because she was a Palpatine, and it wasn't even written like Palpatine had all these powers. So if Palpatine didn't even have these powers, then why did she have all those powers? You know, I didn't like that. What was some of your favorite things from the sequels, moments or scenes or characters or whatever?
Poe Dameron, for sure.
Poe Dameron, yeah,
I would love to see
Oscar
him
Isaac is
get his
so
own spinoff. Like he's such a great character. He has that like cocky, just like I'm super skilled as a pilot mentality. He's just great. I would love to see
yeah,
him. I would love to see him have a show on Disney Plus.
yeah. I mean, he has the comic books, but um, who reads comics? Who takes the time to sit there and read comics unless it's like really good? And from what I saw, it didn't seem like it was that great of a comic. I mean, it seemed okay, but it didn't seem like that great of a comic.
Yeah, I
Um,
would pay for it.
yeah,
That's
I
something I
would.
would just read in the comic book shop while I'm like,
Go to the library or something and get it. But yeah, my favorite all-time thing from the sequels, like that just made me happy, was how they treated 3PO on Rise of Skywalker. His little moments when he's
yeah,
like, when everybody fell or whatever, and then he's like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?" And he's like,
he
"I'm
was
okay
such a
too."
great comic book. He was so funny.
Yeah, he was hilarious. I'm trying to remember some of the other great moments, but yeah, he had a lot of good little scenes that he had there. It was just funny. Like he was just hilarious. He was a walking riot. Um, some of the other stuff I liked. I liked when Chewie ate the pork.
Yeah.
That was like that just was like a slap to PC culture because like animal activists, whatever, but they were like, nah, forget that. Like he's gonna eat one of them. That was great. I liked seeing the old actors
Yeah.
back again. Oh, my favorite thing, even though I said the 3PO thing was my favorite, this is actually my favorite thing. The moment when they were trapped inside the ship and they were in the Millennium Falcon and they tried to set charges and stuff and like rig it to blow up on whoever was coming and they didn't know who was coming. And then the door opened up and then Han Solo and Chewie walked in and he's like, Chewie,
Oh,
we're
that was
home.
so
That
great.
was so good.
Everyone in the theater went crazy at
Yeah,
that.
same over at my theater. They were just like screaming. And I was one of them. I was the main one.
Yeah.
Ah, it was so
I fucking
cool.
love Han Solo.
Or even the scene when she's like, not that ship is trash. And then it pans over into some Millennium Falcon. Like that was dope. That was so cool. All the moments where they shouted back, like threw back to the original trilogy was really cool. Even though some
Yeah.
people really hated that, but I don't know why, because it was like really, really cool to me. But yeah, so that was those were my least and most favorite moments from the sequels. Overall, did you think they were good movies?
I think they were overhated. They weren't as good as the original trilogy, but they were still good movies. I enjoyed myself watching them.
What was better, the prequels or the sequels?
Um, that's hard for me because I was a kid when I saw the prequels, so everything was so new and exciting.
Hmm. So you're
But
jaded a little bit.
yeah, I was easily impressed when the prequels came out. But I would say actually probably the prequels were better.
I don't know because I wasn't a kid when I watched the sequels, and that's who it was meant for, was
Mhm.
kids. I don't know which one I enjoyed more, but like genuine. I mean, no, I don't know which one was better, but I genuinely enjoyed the prequels more. But I think that was because I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's not to say I didn't enjoy the sequels. I really liked them. I thought visually they were beautiful. some of the story elements I really liked, and I was actually intrigued to go movie to movie to see what was going to happen next. I wanted to know who Ray was, and I
Yeah.
was like disappointed when he was like, "You're nobody. You came from nowhere." And I was like, "Oh, that's how they're going to wrap this up." And then it
I
wasn't,
think
and that like hyped me up.
I think the Palpatine reveal was kind of disappointing to me.
Really? I thought that
Yeah.
was sick. Like when it looked like an old school horror movie. I thought that was cool, and he actually looked scary. And his bones, like you could see his bones, and I thought that
Oh,
was cool.
Palpatine himself was cool, but the fact that Rey was related to Palpatine was disappointing to me.
Oh yeah, really? I liked it
Yeah,
too
I didn't like that.
because it explained why she was so powerful. Although I thought she had more powers than she should, even in that situation. But like when she used the lightning, I thought that was cool
Yeah.
because that kind of gave away right away who it was. The way that Palpatine spoke was so sick. Like I like his acting style. He'll be like, he'll just say stuff like all slow. It appears in your anger. You killed her. I was like, oh, that's cool. That dude is intimidating. He's like Ian Mc Ian McDermott is like Ian McKellen. Like their acting style is like they really pace out what they're saying and say every word like it matters. I think that's cool. I wish actors still acted like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite weapon from a video game?
I always really liked all the weapons in Halo. Like when that
Mm,
game first came out, it was such a game changer. I always wanted one of the needlers and
mm.
an energy sword.
Yeah, those energy swords are cool.
Yeah.
I like the Soul Calibur weapons though. I like the Soul Edge with the eye on it. I think that looks really cool.
The Soul Edge, I would love to see a Soul Calibur horror movie, and I would love to see the way that would look live action.
Mm,
Because
that
the
would be
Soul
sick.
Calibur and the Soul Edge are both great weapons, and I would love to see how they would look.
Yeah, those are my favorite weapons probably from a video game, but the Halo ones is not a bad pick either.
I would love to see Master Chief in Soul Calibur. They probably already did this. Had Master Chief in Soul Calibur with the energy sword.
No, I haven't seen that, but that would be sick.
Yeah, he'd be a good guest character for sure.
Yeah. Oh, have you ever played Gears of War?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. I like the mechanics to it and stuff. It's really cool.
So speaking of, I love the BFG from Doom.
Mm.
It has a great name, first of all.
So basically, the Halo and Soul Calibur weapons are our favorites. What do you guys think are your favorites, and why? And then here's our next question: what superpower would you want?
I would have to say teleportation.
Teleportation. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty useful.
Yeah, I'm not fighting any super villains, so I don't need like heat vision or anything like that. But teleportation, if I never had to commute again, just teleport anywhere I wanted to go, that'd save me so much time and so much money. It'd be great.
Well, since I do fight supervillains on a day to day, no, I'm just playing. No, but I would want Rogue's powers.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of cheating because if you have rogues powers, you could just have everyone's powers.
Exactly. So that's who I would pick. Rogue. Because yeah, like teleportation, got it. Claws, got it. Everything, like anything I want is there for the
That's
taking.
like asking for more wishes from a genie.
So you're saying that that's off limits, Rogue's powers?
Yes. No
Okay.
stealing other people's powers. You got to pick one power.
I'd want I'd want that power that when they went out on the balcony and then Storm was out there and then like the weather was all bad and then they were like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm not feeling good. I'm sorry." And the weather cleared up. That was cool. That was sick.
Having Storm's powers would be great, especially back when I was in school. I would love to just like be able to have a snow day whenever I wanted.
Every day's a snow day. They're like, "We're
Yeah,
having record weather anomalies. It's been snowing for 243,000 days. It's just been snowing every day. It's
especially because
summertime."
Zoom wasn't a thing when I was in school. These kids these days, if they did that, it's like, oh, well, you just have to do your Zoom classes today.
Oh,
But like
true. You wouldn't
back
even
in
be able to get out of it.
2005, that would be lit in 2005.
Yeah. Man, kids today don't even know what it was like to have a snow day. They're never gonna have snow days again.
That's so depressing.
That's so I'd want Wolverine superpowers maybe.
Healing.
Yeah, healing. And then I'd do crazy stuff. Like we'd be at the Grand Canyon and then they'd be like, I dare you to jump off. I'm like, all right, jump.
It would still hurt though.
Oh, true. But how long?
I don't know. He doesn't heal instantly, so you would feel it as it happens, and then you feel it while you're healing.
True, but I mean you'd heal and then you wouldn't feel it anymore.
I think Deadpool heals a little faster than Wolverine. I will, if
Mm.
I could choose a whole set of powers from a superhero, I would take Deadpool's powers. I could teleport and I could heal and I could master any weapon.
And break the fourth wall.
I don't think breaking the fourth wall would apply in real life.
Yeah, Deadpool would be fun. If you could have a full set of powers, I'd still pick Storm
Yeah.
to be able to make hurricanes and stuff like that. And then the snow day thing would be pretty epic. Like, can't go to work today.
See,
Freaking snow day.
yeah, living in upstate New York, I can't do that. They don't give us snow days at work.
No,
We
you still
have,
have to make it.
if there's a blizzard, it's like, well, you chose to live in Rochester. You better make your way through that blizzard.
We don't get anything like that in Arizona. We get heat advisories and we still have to go to work. Construction and everything, like the construction workers will still be outside doing their job, and you'll see people passing out and stuff like that.
That's
It's pretty crazy.
horrible.
Yeah. What superpowers would you want? That one was good. And then to wrap everything up, if you woke up in Pokemon, what would you do?
I would not want to be a Pokemon master or whatever like Ash. I would get my little Charizard, and me and my Charizard would just have fun setting people I don't like on fire.
If I woke up in Pokemon, I would just watch the Pokemon duels. That's what I would do.
Oh
I would
yeah.
just be a guy. Like I would just be a person that one of those people that you walk around and you run into and then maybe they have a mission for you like, hey, can you find this Charizard for me or whatever? But I'm not gonna use a Charizard for anything. I'll just be sending people on missions. That would be my whole objective there. Not I'd be a NPC guy who just wanders around and watches Pokemon duels all day.
You'd be a season ticket holder to the stadium.
Yeah, I'd go to work so I could afford to attend the events.
So what Pokemon would you have as a pet then?
I don't know, probably Pikachu. Because can he talk or something?
Meowth can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh yeah,
think
yeah, yeah. From the
in
Rocket
yeah,
Squad or whatever.
yeah, in that movie Detective Pikachu, he could talk.
Oh, only to that kid though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want that Pikachu.
If I were in a situation like that, I would want a Charmander to talk to me.
Would you rather go into Pokemon or into Yu-Gi-Oh?
I would definitely say Pokemon because the
Safer, huh?
Pokemon are just out and you can interact with them. With the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you can't really just like see a blue eyes white dragon walking down the street.
You wouldn't want to.
No.
Have you ever heard of or played Magic the Gathering?
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
It's actually pretty fun. It's pretty lit. Like you have like 25 lives and you work through the lives. It's pretty fun.
I did used to play Yu-Gi-Oh though. I used to be the kid like at lunchtime in the classroom. It didn't matter, just like have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards out.
Yeah, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh too. I barely played Pokemon, but I played Yu-Gi-Oh pretty extensively. And then I just recently tried Magic. My favorite thing to do was make card games. Like I had written all the DC, Marvel, Star Wars, all different people, and I wrote their power levels and everything. It's pretty cool. And I printed them out and I played with my family, and then we lost all the cards.
Damn, you were creative. My mom would have yelled at me for wasting printer ink.
But anyway, that was today's show, guys. Again, I'm Shawn Superman Bender,
And I'm Kai Lex Luthor Von Doom.
and enjoy your day, guys.